Would you please welcome Matt Ford?
Hello, everyone. How are you? Just a quick first question. Who was here? Who was in Mansfield a few weeks ago for the rally there as well? And who's here for the first time? That's what we like to see. How good is that? Yeah. I guess the obvious question is, like, why are we here, really? Obviously, we all know why we're here, but what's the real reason? And the real reason is that a bunch of politicians in Melbourne who probably don't know the difference between a spade and a shovel are trying to convince a bunch of left-leaning Green City voters who probably don't know where Kinglake is on a map, or Mansfield, or any of these other places. And all of us who want to enjoy the natural surrounds are just collateral damage. And that's just not fair. That's not right. And it's so pleasing to see so many people, as Topher said, from all walks of life, from all different groups, coming together to fight against that because it's wrong. On a personal level, I have to admit, I'm from Melbourne. Please don't hold it against me. But not any longer. My wife and I moved to Whittlesea in the middle of last year, and precisely so that we could enjoy the natural surrounds, the parks and the bushland. And so that our kids and their kids in the future could also enjoy the natural surrounds. And I don't fancy staring at what could be from the other side of a padlock fence. And I was thinking the other night, I'm a relative newcomer to these parts, and I'm pretty upset about what's been proposed. And I'll be very, very disappointed if it gets through in any way, shape or form. But I'm new kid on the block. Many of you have lived here your whole lives, and you've had generations of ancestors going back years and decades, and perhaps even centuries, and you've been betrayed. This is your land as much as anybody's, and you've been told that you can't have access to it. Well, stuff that. Stuff that. Yeah. And people in Melbourne might not think about people out here too often, but they're going to. And rallies like this are proof that they will. And it's about time that you had some politicians at all levels that respected you and didn't seek to dispossess you of what is really rightfully yours. And if I can mention, without going too hard and over-egging the pudding, the Libertarian Party is standing for this election, for the upcoming federal election, for council elections and for state elections going forward. I'm very pleased to be on the ballot. And whilst Jordan and I and many others will be campaigning for your vote over the next few months, it's true that we might not get it. We might not just convince you enough to vote for us, but I can assure you that whether you vote for us or not, and whether we get anyone elected, I'm confident we will, but even if we don't, we'll be alongside you every step of the way, because your fight is our fight. And every moment when the government tries to encroach on the rights of individuals to pursue the things that make them happy, we'll be there for you. So I'm very glad to see so many of you here. I'm looking forward to speaking to some of you throughout the rest of the day. And if I could paraphrase the great Teddy Whitten, let's stick it up 'em.
Authorised as Patent, Libertarian Party, Docklands, Victoria.